How to use ancient therapy on women today, ***. Did you know that for most of human history, the main healers in our communities, the doctors, the pharmacists, the therapists were women? Think about the priestesses of ancient Egypt, the wise women of medieval Europe, or the midwives and herbalists you'd find in nearly every culture across the globe. But this knowledge, passed down from mother to daughter, was systematically challenged, suppressed, and in many cases, totally erased. So what were these forgotten healing arts? And what would it look like to bring them back today? We live in an age of incredible medical breakthroughs, yet so many of us feel completely disconnected from our own bodies. We struggle with hormonal imbalances, chronic stress, and painful cycles that we're often told are just a normal part of being a woman. But what if there's a different way? What if we could tap into a lineage of wisdom that is quite literally our birthright? In this video, we're going on a journey to rediscover the forgotten healing arts that women once mastered. We'll uncover powerful, time-tested rituals and remedies that have been hidden for centuries. And I'll show you how to bring these ancient therapies into your modern life. We'll explore the potent herbs our ancestors used for hormonal harmony, learn simple rituals to reconnect with our body's natural rhythms, and unlock the intuitive healing power that lives inside every single one of us. This isn't just a history lesson. It's about reclaiming a powerful part of our heritage to find balance and vitality in our busy, modern world. To understand where we're going, we first have to understand what we've lost. For thousands of years, women were the keepers of their community's health. In ancient Egypt, female physicians were highly respected, especially in gynecology. And priestesses were seen as healers who blended medicine with spiritual practice. In ancient Greece and Rome, women were skilled midwives, herbalists, and even surgeons. This was an alternative medicine. For many, it was the primary form of health care. These women weren't just treating symptoms. Their approach was holistic. They saw the body, mind, and spirit as completely interconnected. They understood that a woman's health was cyclical, moving with the phases of her life and even the moon. They used herbal remedies they grew themselves, hands-on therapies like massage, and spiritual rituals to bring comfort and healing. So, what changed? Over centuries, as medicine became more formalized and institutionalized, women were systematically pushed to the sidelines. Universities that barred women from getting a formal medical education, coupled with a growing fear of folk knowledge, created a huge power shift. This all came to a head during the devastating witch hunts across Europe, where countless women healers, especially midwives and herbalists, were persecuted. Their knowledge was branded as dangerous and suppressed, severing a lineage of wisdom that had been passed down for generations, but that wisdom never truly vanished. It was kept alive in quiet corners, in family traditions, and in the strength of communities. And today, we're seeing a powerful revival of these practices as modern women search for a more intuitive and empowering way to approach their own health. One of the most powerful tools in the ancient woman's toolkit was herbalism. Let's start with a problem that affects so many of us: chronic stress and the hormonal chaos it creates. Our fast-paced lives often leave us in a constant state of fight or flight, which can mess with everything from our mood to our menstrual cycle. Ancient traditions had powerful plant allies for this, and today we call them adaptogens. A top-tier herb here is ashwagandha. Used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine, this incredible root helps the body adapt to and manage stress. It has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, and it can help you sleep better and feel less anxious. Instead of just masking the symptoms, it actually helps build your body's resilience. So, how can you use it? A beautiful and nurturing way is to make moon milk, a warm, calming drink from Ayurvedic tradition that's perfect before bed. Here's a simple recipe. You'll need 1 cup of your favorite milk. Almond, coconut, or whole milk all work great. Gently warm the milk in a saucepan, but don't let it boil. Whisk in a half teaspoon of ground ashwagandha powder, a half teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter teaspoon of ginger, and a pinch of nutmeg. Let it simmer for 5 minutes to let all those spices infuse. Finally, stir in a teaspoon of coconut oil, and if you like, a little honey or maple syrup to sweeten it up. Sipping this warm, spiced milk is a wonderful ritual to calm your nervous system and get ready for a restful night. Another must-have herb for women's health is shatavari, often called the queen of herbs in Ayurveda. It's a rejuvenating tonic that is famous for supporting the female reproductive system and balancing hormones. It's especially helpful for easing PMS, supporting fertility, and navigating the transition of menopause. Shatavari acts as a hormonal harmonizer, helping to regulate cycles and soothe irritability. Shatavari usually comes as a powder. A simple way to bring it into your routine is to mix a quarter to a half teaspoon into a glass of warm milk with a little honey, once or twice a day. You can also blend it into your smoothies or mix it with warm ghee in the morning for a vitality boost. By reintroducing these ancient plant allies, you're not just taking a supplement. You're taking part in a tradition of nourishment that has supported women for centuries. For way too many women, horrible period pain, PMS, and difficult menopausal symptoms are just seen as an unavoidable part of life. But ancient healing traditions saw the menstrual cycle as a source of power and insight, and they had gentle, effective ways to support its natural rhythm. A fantastic ally for women in perimenopause and menopause is red clover. You might even have this common plant growing in your backyard, but it's potent medicine. Red clover is packed with isoflavones, which are plant-based estrogens that can gently help the body adapt to declining estrogen levels. This can help ease symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings. One of the easiest ways to use red clover is as a simple tea or infusion. To make it, just pour 4 cups of boiling water over 1½ cups of dried organic red clover flowers in a big jar. Let it steep for at least 4 hours, or even overnight, to really extract all the good stuff. Then, strain the herbs out. You can drink 1 cup of this infusion, warm or cold, twice a day. It's a simple, gentle way to support your body through this natural shift. Beyond herbs, ancient healers used physical touch as a key part of their practice. Self-abdominal massage is a powerful and ancient technique women have used for thousands of years to ease menstrual pain, reduce bloating, and improve blood flow to the reproductive organs. This gentle ritual helps relax tense muscles, reduces inflammation, and can create a feeling of deep connection to your body. To try this, find a comfy spot, lying on your back with your knees bent. You can use a little bit of warm carrier oil. like almond or sesame oil, on your hands. Place your hands on your lower abdomen, just below your navel. Using gentle but firm pressure, start massaging in a slow clockwise circle. Breathe deeply into your belly as you do this. Continue for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on that feeling of warmth and release. This practice is especially wonderful in the days leading up to and during your period. It turns a time of discomfort into a moment of conscious self-care. The final, and maybe most important, piece of this ancient wisdom is the belief in our own intuitive power. Ancient healing wasn't just about what you could find outside of yourself. It was deeply connected to spiritual and ritual practices. Priestesses and shamans knew that true healing came from connecting to your inner wisdom. In our modern world, we're often taught to look for answers everywhere but within. But these traditions teach us to listen to ourselves. One way to start building this connection is by creating a small, sacred space in your home. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a small corner, a windowsill, or a shelf. Place objects there that feel special to you: a candle, a crystal, a photo, a flower. This space becomes your physical anchor, a place you can go for a few moments of quiet reflection or meditation each day. This simple act reclaims the ancient practice of creating a sacred space for healing. From this space, you can try a simple intention-setting ritual. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your lower belly. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Ask yourself a simple question: what do I need right now? Don't go digging for an answer, just listen. The answer might pop up as a word, an image, or just a feeling. It might be rest, or nourishment, or creativity. Whatever comes up, just acknowledge it without judgment. This practice is a modern version of the prayers and incantations our ancestors used. It retrains us to trust the subtle signals from our bodies and our intuition, which is the foundation of all holistic healing. Today, we've traveled back in time to rediscover the powerful healing traditions of our female ancestors. We've learned that for centuries, women were the primary healers, holding a deep, holistic knowledge of the body, mind, and spirit. We've uncovered how to use powerful herbal allies like ashwagandha in a calming moon milk to fight modern stress and shatavari to bring our hormones back into balance.